So, hi everyone, welcome to yet another show of the Circle of Legends collaboration show. Today is 11th September 2020 and it's 8 p.m. in India. We have Aneri Desai, who is Senior Project Manager and a career coach, and the host is Nikita Gaikwad. We are going to start as usual with our commitment towards suicide prevention during the September month. We are neither experts not industry leaders in terms of advising people on how to come out of suicide mentality, but we are the the place where we engage young people. We give them guidance how to engage yourself so that you don't have a void to think about suicide. So with this, I would like to hand it over to our panel and guest and the host.
Yes. Hello everyone. So I'm Nikita, the host for today, and our special guest today is Miss Aneri Desai. Aneri is a senior project manager at the Fortune 500 company known as Unum, and previously she was working with Gulfstream Aerospace as a IT business analyst, and also she is a career coach. She is inspiring students, helping them around the globe to achieve their career in US. So, Aniri, do you like to say add on to it?
Sure. Hello, everyone. And Nikita, thank you so much for inviting me to be on this show. I'm really excited to share my journey and some tips. But hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. So, as Nikita said, I'm a senior project manager at Unum. And I started my career as a business analyst and quickly got into leadership role. And I cannot wait to share all about it with you all today.
Yes, that's great. And today's topic main is how to get into a leadership role. Like if the audience like, okay, you can comment down below from which city are you, which country are you. Please get if you have any question regarding the leadership roles, please post your comments and we'll take your questions also. So let's get started. And the first question from my side to Aneri is what was the main reason that you wanted to get into a leadership role such as project management?
Sure. So my background is computer science. I did masters in information technology, but when I spent 5 years in college learning about coding and programming languages, I was very clear that I do not enjoy this. So I started exploring other options. What else can I do other than coding? Because I was clearly not good at it. So started exploring options and found out that there are roles such as business analyst, QA, where it doesn't require a lot of coding. So I decided to start the career as a business analyst. And within my first year of the being a business analyst, I found out that I have like I have a soft corner for empowering others. I love empowering others, and how can I do it more? What roles will allow me that opportunity to empower others and get their goals achieved as well? So I quickly shifted my focus towards project management because that is a first step of getting into your leadership journey. And project management roles allow you to lead others at the same time, empower them, and make sure everything is on track. So that was my main reason to become a leader, which is started with not liking programming, but then I quickly started learning that I really enjoy this aspect of my job, is like motivating others and making sure everything is on track, delivering results. So that was the reason.
Yes, so that's really great. Like you want to motivate others, tell them what's right, what's not right, and then carry on. So this requires like people skills, right? So you have to be a people's master overall. So why this is so very important? Because like we as a student want to be like we are always like we want to be on the top. We want to go on this position. We want to be a product manager, a project manager. So these are the leadership roles, but sometimes there are like we are also some kids are like introvert. We are shy to say what, but why this skill matters more in this types of like leadership roles?
Sure. Yeah. So people management skill is important aspect of being a leader, because you don't want to lead by authority. Nobody follows you if you say, because I have this title, I'm telling you to do things. That's called authority, right? You are showing your authority to get things done. Now these days,
Yes.
nobody works that way. Nobody prefers to work that way. So more, it is more of servant leadership. How can I help you to grow, or how can I help you to achieve our vision or our goals? So it is more like moving away from authority and getting closer to influence. So when you talk about people management skills, one is you need to you need to lead by influence. So you want to create an environment where people follow you, not because you have certain title, but people follow you because they like you, because they like the way you think and the way you lead, and they see that you all have common interest. So when it comes to people management skills, one is listening. You need to listen to what others have to say
Yes.
before you show your perspective, or before you put in what is right or wrong. So I would say anytime you are trying to be a people manager, always listen, always show empathy, because once the other person knows that you have best interest in mind for the company and for them, they'll start listening to you. So key is leading by influence and not by authority.
Yes, so you should, so the students should start influencing and start listening so that they get the complete, okay, what goes in, what is the right path. Yes, so sometimes we also think that, like as a student, that is it okay to be static in a company, like not changing our roles and be static to what we are. And sometimes people are also like, we don't want to hand over our position.
Yes.
Like it happens. So what are the like what is good? Is it okay to be static, or it is necessary to grow? Now, looking at the current scenario also.
Sure, yeah. So I would say it's a completely personal choice whether you want to grow in a leadership role quickly, or whether you want to just stay where you are and expand your knowledge in that role. So it would be a personal choice. But the way I have seen the industry trend is there are two options mainly. One is, let's say, I'll give you an example as a software developer. Let's say you are a software developer, entry level software developer. You pretty much have two options. One is to keep going with software developer title, but keep expanding your knowledge. So learn more technology and go in. So become a subject matter expert. That's one career track where you hold the same title, but you eventually become an expert in that technology, and company just cannot function without you. So that's called a SME track, subject matter expertise track. So your title could be same for next 10 years, but your
Yes.
salary increases, your authority increases, and you are now being seen as a subject matter expert. So then in that scenario, you are still a software developer, but you quickly become a lead of the software developer team. So you are still showcasing your leadership skill even if you are sticking to your title. And the
Yes.
second track would be the leadership track, where you get out of software developer and you become a project manager, you become a product manager, or a director, or whatever it is. So it's okay. I personally think that it's okay to stick to your role, and expand your knowledge in a way that company just cannot work without you. So it's okay
Okay.
to be in the same role, but what is not okay is to just never learn and just keep your title with you and never grow. So even if in a
Huh.
software developer, I encourage everyone to be a subject matter expert. If you are not interested in leadership roles, people management, there are so many people who are not interested in becoming people manager, and they like the coding and they like their role and they just want to be master in it, and that's completely okay. You just need to grow. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, yeah, that's really nice. Like there are personal choices. It depends
Yes.
on the individual what he wants or she wants to take up. Yes, we had one question from Raj, that how do you engage team with different mindset members?
Yes, yeah. That's the challenging piece when you are a new leader, or you are leading, like you start working with new people. So I would say when they know that you have a best interest in mind, and again going back to listening, try to see what their perspective is, and then put your thoughts forward. So what happened with me is when I started leading a team, I was the youngest team member. I was supposed to lead the team, being a youngest person by age and also a newest person in the company. And all my team members were like 50, 60, 65 years old, and they started working in the company even before I was born. So that was like a mismatch, and I had some challenges to get a breakthrough. And how I dealt with it is just listen. First, just don't do anything. Listen to what other people, your team members, have to say. Until you hear their point, you won't be able to strategize how do I put myself forward. So just grasp everything they have to say and figure out where are the gaps and try to meet in
Yes.
between. One advice I would like to share with everyone is anytime you are a new leader, don't try to change everything on day one. Just relax, sit back, and observe who is thinking what, who is doing what. Just try to understand different dynamics on your team. So, to Raj's question, just try to understand their mindset. Where are they coming from? Why are they behaving in this way? Once you find out the why behind it, you'll be able to come up with a strategy how to deal with this situation.
Yes. So it depends on the why, and we
Yes.
should find out the why.
Yes.
So is it always for just like product manager or project manager? Because these two roles are like really very close, but at the same moment of time, they are very different in their respective departments. So as a student, sometimes we get confused, like, okay, they are doing the same thing, and it is why the titles are different. So, can you explain the difference between product and project?
Sure, yeah. So I'll give a real time example.
Yes.
So product manager, project manager sounds similar, but sometimes they have different. Most of the time, they have different responsibility. So I'll give you one real time example. Let's say LinkedIn wants to add a feature just like Instagram, where people can come up alive on their stories. So let's say
Yes.
LinkedIn is trying to launch a feature like that, and so they will have a team who can actually develop that feature, but then they'll have a product manager who will own this, and they'll have a project manager. So how things work is product manager will go out with his team or her team and try to find out, is that what does user want, do they need this feature or not. So they'll do market research and figure out if what's the viability of launching this feature. So product manager will be like a face of a customer. They'll work closely with the market and the customers. Now product manager comes back and say, okay, this is going to be a super hit launch, and yes, we are going to roll this out, and here are the specifics, this is what we want in this feature. Then the team doesn't directly start working. So project manager understands what's the product vision, what are the things that we are trying to launch, and why are we launching it. So project manager's role will be to drive that vision to the finish line. So one person is coming up with an idea, which is product manager. They will own the product. So at the end, if product doesn't work, it's on them because it was their vision. But then project manager will take that vision and convert it into reality. So project manager will come up with a planning. Okay, what's the launch date, what are we launching. Project manager will plan everything, work with the team to make sure they understand what their roles are, and then keep eye on the progress and make sure that we will be able to launch on certain date. So if you see the product manager, project manager, they wear different hats and they have different responsibility. But one thing can be common between these two people is that the team who will be working to launch this, they are not manager for those people. So
Okay.
their title may be manager, but they are managing product and project, not those people. So they don't have any direct authority on these people, but they are still responsible for making progress.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I guess most of our guests will be clear on the whole aspect, what is product and what is project, because this two always get confused and we are like, okay, we are doing same work. I don't know what is the basic difference also. So this are often confused, and now I guess everyone will be clear because this is a real time example which you have given us. So moving on to a like last question. Now you see that because of coronavirus and everything that has happened, so there are many startups coming up and people are growing at a very rapid pace. Like, okay, I have to build this. I'm going to do this, and the product is built, and I'm going to launch it. But what will you suggest the audience? Like there are like we as we want to grow as an entrepreneur, we want to be a solopreneur also at the very same moment of time. So what are the key things that you will suggest us so that we have or we achieve that success in near future?
Okay. Um, my only suggestion for everyone would be just follow your heart. If you have an idea, go launch it. What's the worst that's going to happen? It may not work as you planned, but you'll also learn. And so I would say just do what you want. You never know if your idea gets, people like your idea. It can be like a big company like Facebook. So I would say just do it. Don't sit on your idea. Don't just keep planning around it. Just go ahead and do it. You'll keep getting better. If you launch it prematurely, and if people don't like it, you always have an opportunity to change it or modify it. So I would say now is a perfect opportunity to do whatever you want, because no job is secure. There is no guarantee what's going to happen tomorrow. Then don't sit on your idea. Go launch it and grow from it.
Yes, that's really amazing and inspiring all of us. Like we want to do such things in near future.
Mhm.
Yes, so
Yeah.
now we're coming towards the end of the show. Yes, over to you, sir.
Nikita, I think I'm very much thankful to you and your commitment for this show. We have reached a 10th,
Thank you.
consecutive show without any break. So you are the planner and brain
Yes,
behind it. Even today, despite of heavy rain in Mumbai and thunderstorm over there, you made yourself available. You do multiple jobs during the day, and then also you manages dedicatedly this part of circle of legends. So similar dedication
thank you.
we would like to invite from the people. We would like to have ideas, suggestions, and involvement as a volunteers from the members of the community. So those who are watching here on LinkedIn Live, Facebook, or YouTube, and if you are excited to be a host or hostess, or you would like to
Yes.
come as a guest or as a mentor, we welcome everyone to donate your 30 minutes of time. Do come, experience the openness of the circle of legends. We are not bound by any race, religion, caste, or political boundaries. We are much isolated from there. We only believe in helping students. We believe in how to grow together, and that's why we say that collaborative learning is a new social norm. Let's collaborate, let's learn,
Yes.
let's grow. So thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for attending this show. And in the end, I would like to allow the privilege to Aneri to conclude. So, Aneri,
Yes.
if you can conclude the show with your remarks.
Sure. I would like to say that don't limit yourself with anybody else, what anybody else say or think. You can do anything you want. You have all the right skill sets to achieve whatever you want. You just need to believe in yourself. So that's my concluding remarks. That believe in your brilliance and believe how amazing you are.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Aneri and Nikita.
Thank
Please
you.
be online. Please
Thank
be on
you.
camera. I will make this stream offline, but let's discuss. Thanks a lot.